Alright, so I thrust my chest out as far as possible. Display my majesty.
そっか、あまたにはいないのか。びっくりした。
I should double check that in music. Did I make it? Yeah.
でもいるって時点ですごいな。やっぱセルンのせいで退化したのかな。でもさ、戦闘になれば相手の嘘を見抜く力なんて意味なくない？やっぱ 1000m 級の長距離狙撃を命中させられるとか、いかに効率よく相手の関節決められるかとかの方が重要だと思うな。
Alright, so she's happy to fight people. Be combative type of girl. What the hell is she talking about? Is she a survival game otaku? No, wait, don't tell me.
貴様、さては機関のヒットマンだな。ミス・ゴルゴというコードネームで呼ばれているだろう。誰に雇われた？い
や、誰にも雇われてないし。っていうか、ゴルゴって何？
Olga. Just trying to gloss things over with an insincere smile. Her confusion is suspicious. That reminds me, I think I remember her saying some awfully disturbing things when we first met yesterday.
ちなみにさ、君の能力って他にもあるの？
あったとしても、俺を殺しに来たヒットマンに教えるものか。
君を殺しなんてしないってば。
己の能力を他人に教えるなど自殺行為にも程がある。力は秘めたるもの。相手に悟られぬよう使ってこそ初めて最大限の効果を得られるのだ。
ケチ。
Mini.
なんとでも言え。
Burning tension runs between us. Our eyes meet, invisible sparks scatter. Okay, who is it? Oh, it's... Okay, there you go. Okabe-kun, I want you to reply to me already. I've been waiting, you know. And please, and tell me the Super Haggis address when you can. If we don't get cracking, someone else might get to the IBN 5400. First, Moeka. And then an email arrives to break this stalemate. I turn my attention away from Suzuha. Ringtone is starting to piss me off. It's most likely from the mail, yeah, I think. I can tell without even checking. This is getting ridiculous. He's got some stalker qualities, and maybe split personalities. I shouldn't have given her my address. I look at Suzuha and see her lying on the counter. She's playing with something in the palm of her hand. It looks like a small metal pin. Anyway, how can she be this lazy on her second day? I love RCTs. Was a lie too, wasn't it?
なんか渋い顔してるね。死亡通知でも来た？
ああ？
例えだってば。
She was just wondering if I got a death notice? How can she even say that with a straight face? And what the hell is a death notice anyway? Do those even exist?
嫌な知らせでもあったのかって聞きたかったわけ。
似たようなものだ。
This girl is hard to get a handle on. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her.
IBN5100 というレトロ PC にやたら執着している女がいてな。
What? Suzuha lips up as soon as I speak.
IBN5100?
Ooh, okay. So something here, yeah. Suzuha is the one character that I I don't really. Yeah, there's something about her that I.
知っているのか？
あ、うん。
Oh yeah.
そうか。IBN5100 の都市伝説は有名だったのか。
Maybe that retro PC is more popular with the female attacker than I thought.
そうそう、都市伝説で知った。君はどの程度まで知ってんの？
IBN5100 を実際に探し回ってみたが、結局秋葉にはなかったというオチは知っている。
そっか。そりゃそうだよね。
何か知っている口ぶりだな。
いや、知ってるような知ってないようなって感じかな。
Yeah, she's
私は
sus
知らない
as
けど、
fuck.
遠
She's
い知
so
り合いが知
sus.
ってて、それをちらっと聞いたことがあるみたいな。
Another insincere smile. I'm starting to think she's not a very good liar. You can tell she's lying whenever she smiles like that. Sure enough, she doesn't offer any other information. She just keeps that insincere smile plastered on her face.
貴様、何者？
Suzuha falls back down onto the counter with a deep sigh. Looks up at me from that position.
IBN5100 についてのさ、興味深い情報教えてあげようと思ったのにな。そんな目で見られたら教える気なくなっちゃった。
そもそも俺は IBN5100 になど興味はない。
I'm more concerned with Sir right now. That'll be one of Akiba's mysterious mysteries on topple the organization's regime after all.
貴様を信用できる要素が一つもない。その面白い情報が真実であるかどうかもわからない。
うわぁ、そこまで言う？確かに私、挙動不審だけどね。じゃあさ、教えないけどヒントだけあげるよ。
ヒント？
そんで、わかりそうでわからないもどかしさに身もだえちゃえ。
Oh, how's it going, Jake? Hello. Yeah, sorry I couldn't stick around for too long because I wanted to start myself. But I think yeah, you're still streaming. Yeah, I can still see you there. How's it going, brother? Oh, never mind. You finished apparently. Never mind. You finished. How'd you go, man? Did you win any games on PUBG? It's okay, I fell asleep. Did you? Like, are you still like falling asleep? Like randomly?
実は IBN5100 には隠された機能があるんだよ。
A hidden function. That reminds me, I'm pretty sure that John Titor from 2000 said something like that. I searched through my memories.
確か IBN5100 には独自のプログラミング言語がどうたらこうたら。
嘘！なんで知ってんの？なんで
I only vaguely remembered, but it looks like I hit the mark. I green.
能力名サイズハング。俺は貴様の心の内を読み取ることができるのだ。
何それ？反則！
For some reason, Suzuka covers her face with both her hands. She opens her fingers just enough to pick at me. That's not enough to scale my powers.
すべてはお見通しだ。天音鈴葉。観念するがいい。
とにかく IBN5100 には隠された機能があるの。 AP エリアベーシックが普及する前に書かれた IBN の独自のプログラミング言語も解読できちゃうのってさ、驚愕だと思わない？
APL, short for a programming language. A programming language introduced in 1964. Wow. Wow, damn. Short. Also called basic. Beginners, all-purpose. Okay, gotcha. That's as fuck. To represent a non-human entity as a humanoid character. Yeah. I remember. Jotitor said the same thing in 2000. And right after that, an IBA engineer officially admitted to that function's existence. I only played 2 games of PUBG before heading back to Rust, but the loading times just made me fall asleep. Yeah, I saw you there. Yeah, like you were waiting. I think your friend was like AFK or something. It was like you were like in the lobby, muted for like a while, and I was like, okay, what happened?
今や IBN5100 でしか解読できない失われたプログラミング言語があったりするんだよ。
The reason Titor traveled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Moeka wants to use that too. Or maybe not. Shining Finger doesn't seem like the type of who know about that sort of function.
だから IBN5100 ってすっごくレアな PC なの。
While talking, Suzuha keeps dropping her glance to the metal pin in her hand. She rolls it around with her fingers. I guess that's a habit of hers. So IBN 5100s are super rare. Maybe if I get one, I could sell it for a high price. That could be a good way to raise research funds. But first, I have to deal with CERN. Yeah, so when are you gonna be doing some what's it called? Some Life Strange Season 2? Like, are you gonna be doing that on stream or? Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. Most people live on farms growing their own food. All forms of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let another city. No, a city. Science continues to advance, of course, but the vast majority of people do not benefit from that progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by CERN and the Committee of 300. It's very peaceful, at least on the surface. There's none of the conflict you see in this era. There's no war. How is that possible? How did CERN resolve the situation in the Middle East? What have you got against world peace? So sounds to me like CERN's doing humanity a favor. The Titor's guy stole a time machine for CERN, didn't he? He's the bad guy here. Die in a fire, terrorist scum. The world in 2036 is governed by CERN. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to the 18th century level of technology and exists under a communist system of government. Except now, the system works flawlessly. Right now, you should be asking yourself how that is possible. How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without any discontent? The answer to the question is the reason I'm here. Yes, I am a terrorist. There are others like me who fight against CERN. Yeah, decided to play one game and then talk to his... Oh, he decided to play one game and then talk to his brothers about renovating a basement or something. And that's how you fell asleep? Like you couldn't... You just went... Had a bit of a nap. Anyway, I want to hear more about the many worlds interpretation. So yeah, so this game here, Jake, is like you know, The Walking Dead or whatever. You know, it's not. It hasn't got like some really cool ass animations, but yeah, there's a lot of choices that you make as well. A lot of choices. There's a lot more reading, like a lot more reading in this Japanese games. But it's pretty much the same, I guess. Just, you know, like you kind of have to make choices, and those choices have consequences. I knew you were terrorists. How many have you murdered? What if my kids are among them? Maybe I really should kill you, father. Protect the future. Stop beating around the bush. Give us answers. You're one of those old men who participated in the student riots, aren't you? Filled your head with a bunch of bullshit, and now you can tell fact from fiction. Am I right? Delicious nationalism tears, lala. Nationalistic tears, lala. Some probably figured out they've got a time machine to experiment with right. That would make you know better than Titor. If you're willing to face the consequences, then go right ahead. Titor question: Did World War 3 take place as scheduled? Why did you come to this particular time? Did you find an IBN 5100? Is John Titor plugin for the John Titor plugin for the Kami? Dude, this game, but oh man, it makes so many references. Like, yeah. Oh fuck. Plugin for the Kamis. The Kamis. I thought that one of the style years ago. I thought Titor was crazy, but this Hoyun guy is even crazier. Get a room, guys. Low. World War 3 Lamau. Isn't there supposed to be an IBN 5000 Akiba? As I've already explained, my goal in this time is to change the future. I'm posted here to warn you all of what's going to happen. Perhaps convergence will render my efforts meaningless, but if even one person pays attention, that's enough. World War 3, is that something I said on a different world line? I would like to talk to you in private. Please email me when you have time. Of course, if anyone else would like to email me, feel free. Serious inquiries only, please. All I've been getting is hate email. Here's my address once more. 20 hours have passed since Dadu started hacking. Night gives away to a refreshing summer morning. I glanced at Dadu while browsing a channel on my phone. He's fidgeting even more. Now his legs are like pistons. His knees move up and down in harmony with the ratatata on his keyboard. Dadu hasn't slept in about 40 hours, but he still won't get off the computer. I was going to ask him if I'd like a break, but his entire body is exuding in an aura that says don't talk to me. I called up a bit and returned to my phone. My discussions with John Titor just aren't making sense. Not even Titor himself seems to know about the Titor from 10 years ago. It's hard to imagine that everyone on at channel is conspiring against me. But how else can I explain it? Out of options, I decided to email Titor directly, just as he told me to. He audaciously exposed his own address on that channel. I guess that's his way of saying bring it on. In my email, I questioned the differences between his posts now and his posts 10 years ago. The current Titor hasn't even acknowledged the latter. I only vaguely remember them, but they basically went like this. In 2015, World War 3 breaks out. Okay, well that didn't happen, likely. By 2036, the world is a nuclear wasteland. Travel from 2036 to 1975 to obtain an IBN. The IBN has a hidden function. Yeah, the ability to read IBN's proprietary computer language, which predates APL and BASIC. But only certain IBN engineers are aware of that function, so it does not appear in the manual. In 1998, Titor meets his younger self and his parents in America. John Titor was a soldier who volunteered for this mission. Titor is an American. Furthermore, in 2000, Titor correctly predicted the outcomes of some future events. The Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope, the outbreak of a Dira war, China's advances in space, and so forth. Though he only talked vaguely about each one, they all came true. On the other hand, other predictions went unfulfilled. For example, the 2K bag, civil war in America, the cancellation of the Beijing Olympics. The Tokyo Olympics were kind of postponed. The inauguration of America's first female president in 29, and so forth. 29, that's when... Was that when Hillary? No, that wasn't Hillary. No, Hillary didn't run then. He was the other guy. Actually, I want to see that thingy. I want to see the yeah. Popularly known as the 2K bag, at the turn of the 21st century, there was concern over the possibility of a widespread computer failure when the year 2000. In order to save memory space, All operating systems almost always abbreviated years to the final few digits. Hence, when 1999 changed to 2000, the last two digits would change from 99 to 00. If his programming didn't anticipate that change, the computer could erroneously assume that the year was 1100. It was rumored that computers in the military, financial, and government sectors might malfunction and cause worldwide catastrophe. To address this issue, countermeasures were taken in the mid-1990s to manually update every program. As a result of these countermeasures, see you later, bot. The year 2000 problem was averted. Okay. Actually, I didn't know about that. Is that a thing, really? Was that a thing? I didn't know that. There's more, but let's leave those aside for now. I'm going to ask him why those predictions didn't come true. Okay. Also, most of the prediction from back then didn't come true. If you are truly from the future, then why didn't your prediction come true? I appreciate a satisfactory explanation. Okay, interesting. If you can answer to my satisfaction, then the current tutor is an imposter. This is your litmus test, tutor. So what are your true colors? Ohio! Oh my god. Let's go, boys. I got my Yushi back. Mayuri comes in. Looks like she's forgiven us for experimenting on her food. She's back to her, yeah. She's her usual smiley self.
こんな朝早くからどうしたのだ
2人が2日連続徹夜って聞いたからね。差し入れ買ってきたよ。
そうか、それはご苦労。
Though to be accurate, it wasn't 2 nights in a row. I took an afternoon nap yesterday. Mayuri starts fishing through her convenience store bag, and then she takes out. Do you eat a lot of food from like convenience stores or like takeaway, Chica? And then she takes out. Odenkan. The fuck is Odenkan? A canned meal sold in vending machines. Each can contains a hot broth with various Oden ingredients, such as boiled egg, radish, cognac, beef, and tofu. Okay, cool. That sounds really healthy, like crazy healthy. The canned Oden is still warm when she gives it to me. I open the lid right away and eat the beef. Ajuri and I have been together for a long time, so she knows what I like. And when it comes to canned Oden, beef is where it's at.
マユシーからのプレゼントだよ。1個270円もするんだから大事に食べてね。
I don't think we have. Oh, do you? Oh yeah, same. Yeah, we also have snacks pretty much.
最近バナナや唐揚げは食べ飽きていたところだ。
Yeah, I wish we got some of those Japanese like food vending machines. They just seem so convenient and just so fucking cool.
さすがにしょっちゅうおごれるほどマユシーのポケットマネーは多くないのです。あとバナナや唐揚げはマユシーが大好きだから今後も続けます。
I consider saying you'll get fat if you only eat frozen foods, but that threat's not very effective against Mayuri, so hold my tongue. Her high metabolism prevents her from getting fat, no matter how much she eats.
あとね、他にもあるよ。はい、じゃーん。
But even then, I feel like Japanese people just eat so like food that's very healthy. So like typically that hasn't got a lot of sugar or carbohydrates. So that's why they like never get fat. I feel like. Whereas like we in the West, we eat so much bread and pasta and things like that. That this is so much fucking chips. That's just so incredibly filled with carbohydrates. Next, she produces a small box with a RealNet illustration.
ライネットソーセージ。
Sausage.
おまけでウーパのボトルキャップがついてくるんだ。すごく欲しかったから買っちゃった。
Yeah, I'm just obsessed. Yeah. Yeah, they have a lot of cute things. So you like all the moe, Chica? You like all the moe stuff? Moe? How do you say moe in Korea? I'm sure there's gonna be like a cultural word for moe in Korea. Because moe is Japanese. I'm sure that that Korea has a word as well. She sticks out her tongue with a shy giggle. That tells me that in a few months' time, this lab will be neck deep in Upa goods. There are only a few things right now, like the cushion on the sofa, but that number is sure to grow exponentially. Hold on. Who's that? This is Amane Suzuha. First email. Thanks for exchanging addresses with me yesterday. I finally made a friend here. Yay, don't worry. I won't email you too much. And I might be slow to reply too. I'm kinda new to this email thing. It's okay to laugh at me. Oh. Nah. Let's be nice to her. Yeah, I don't want to be a dick. Like, I don't mean to be like, Yeah. We'll be the nice guy. So how's Daru-kun?
苦戦中だ。少しぐらい休んでもらった方がいいんだがな。何もぶっ通しで何とかしろとは一言も言ってないんだから。
ダル君のスーパーハッカー魂がメラメラバーニングしちゃったんだね。
そこ、ハッカーって言わないように。
Don't say haka. An empty dyed cola bottle comes whistling through the air. It hits my head with a nice thunk.
ピリピリしてる。
Yuri and I evacuate to a corner of the lounge and quietly eat the
で
oden.
もハッキングって悪いことなんだよね。マユシーはね、二人にそういうことしてほしくないな。
ダルのスーパーハッカーじゃなくてハッカーとしての腕前使わなければ宝の持ち腐れだ。
Incidentally, it looks like hackers hijacked CERN's system back in 2008. We found news articles about it online. That means even the inventors of the World Wide Web have holes in their security. With his abilities, with his skills, that should have no trouble getting through.
それにこれは
Besides, we're doing this.
セルンの悪事を暴くため世界を陰で支配する巨大な闇との戦いなのだよ。
悪いことは悪いことだよ。
That's unusual. Mayuri usually just accepts whatever I say. Well, I admit it, we're doing a bad thing, but there's no way we can stop now. I need to change the subject.
マユリよ、さつま揚げをやるから牛すじをくれないか。
それならうずら卵がいいな。
ふざけるな。俺は牛すじの次にうずら卵が好きなのだ。
マユシーもうずら卵好きだもん。
ちくわで手を打ってくれ。
Settle for me. Settle for my shikuwa. What's that?
わかったよ。さつま揚げよりはちくわだもんね。
With that said, I skewer the shikuwa and put it in Mayura's can, and I get her beef in return. Subject change complete. Majority really eats up conversations about food. Yeah, I'm not sure actually what that is. I have no idea what it is. No idea what that is. Shikuwa. Apparently it's surimi. Shikuwa is a Japanese jelly-like food product made from ingredients. Yeah, it's a Japanese jelly-like food. Is as fish, surimi, salt, sugar, starch, monosodium, glutamine, and egg white. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, so yeah, it's fish, I guess. Yeah, I don't think I've had it before, so yeah. I don't know much about it, honestly, so... I'm surprised the game didn't tell me about it. Oh well. It happens. Majority...
もうすぐなんだよ。SQL のテーブル一覧さえ手に入れればパスワード特定余裕なんだよ。うへへへへ。僕をなめんな。
Okay. Let's leave with it. Be back in 2 seconds.